This is the sight glass for the air filter housing. When it's in the red zone, it's time to change the air filter that's in here, right? Housing, not the air filter. The air filter's in here. You take these off, pull it up, you got an air filter. Boom. This is your alternator. Your alternator is properly mounted to the engine. All right? You got no cut, frayed, or exposed electrical wires. The alternator is belt driven. When you pull the belt, and on the road test you're supposed to be pulling the belt, you gotta reach your hand in there with gloves. When you pull the belt, it should have no more than 3/4 of an inch play. The belt cannot be worn, cut, or frayed, or any type of dry rot. The alternator's job is to produce electricity for the vehicle. Also, when the engine is on, the alternator charges the battery. This is your radiator, properly mounted to the main frame. The radiator is not bent, broken, or cracked, and there are no leaks from the radiator. The job of the radiator keeps the engine cool during the warmer months. During the colder months, it keeps the engine block from freezing. Boom. All of your hoses coming from there are securely clamped, no abrasives, bruises, or cuts, and no fluid leaks. It's your fan blades. All of your fan blades are present, all right? And the fan blades have proper clearance from the housing. In other words, when they turn, they're not gonna make connection with anything, all right?
Okay.
So your fan blades have proper clearance from the housing.
Okay.
All right. On top of the alternator is your air conditioning compressor. The air conditioning compressor is driven by the same belt. The purpose of the air conditioning compressor is to produce air for the air conditioning system. That's it, that's all. All right. Down here you got your leaf spring hangers. You got one there and one back there. I said you got more room over here. Yeah, I'm sure. Look at all this room. Leaf spring hangers. You got one there and one back there. Leaf spring hangers not bent, broken, or cracked, no welding. And who? Tell them to bring me something. All right. Leaf spring hangers, not bent, broken, or cracked, none missing. No missing nuts or bolts. You got one there and one back there. Those are your leaf springs. Leaf springs, none missing, none cracked, not been broken or cracked, no welding. And also, the leaf springs cannot have any scissoring. They have to be on top of one another, like that. Okay. These are U-bolts. U-bolts properly mounted. No missing nuts or bolts. Underneath, you got nuts and bolts for the U-bolts. All right? Mm-hmm. Over here, you got a shock absorber. Shock absorber is properly mounted to the main frame. Not bent, not broken, and no leaks. All right? Shock absorber cannot be bent or leaking. It's your brake hose. No air leaks coming from the brake hose. No abrasives, bruises, cuts, and no air leaks from the brake hose. ABS line. ABS line. Not cut, not frayed, no exposed electrical wires. It's your brake chamber. Brake chamber is not bent, broken, or cracked. Properly mounted, no air leaks. Here's your slack adjuster and your push rod. When the brakes are off, and you pull the slack adjuster should move less than 1 inch. Less than 1 inch play on the slack adjuster when the brakes are off. Brake drum. Brake drum inside should not be bent, broken, or cracked. No welding, no dirt, oil, grease, or any type of debris. Also, no bluing from excessive heat. When it gets hot, it actually turns blue. So they call it bluing. No bluing from excessive heat. And also, somewhere down there, you got a brake shoe. The brake shoe should be properly mounted. How thin is a brake shoe allowed to be?
1/4 inch.
No less than 1/4 of an inch, ever. Can never be worn thinner than 1/4 of an inch. Inner and outer tire, no cuts, no bubbles on the side tread. Front tire appears to be worn evenly.
Another 432 inch.
Tread depth, no less than 4/32 of an inch. Front tires cannot be recapped or retreaded. Tires seated properly along the rim. Rim not bent, broken, or cracked, no welding. Lugs all, present or tight, no rust. Rust indicates a loose lug. Hub seal properly mounted, no leaks. Valve stem, no leaks, cap is on, and no cuts, no air leaks on the valve stem, and no air leaks. All right, it's good enough for over here. You only got to get a total of 15 points. Once you get your 15 points, they'll tell you, okay, enough.
They tell you to shut up.
It don't make sense to go more than that because they stop counting after 15. All right, Inspector, this is my electrical area, my electrical harness area. I got no cut, no frayed or exposed electrical wires. All my wires appear to be connected, no type of corrosion. It's my color-coded airlines. No abrasions, no bruises or cuts, and no air leaks from my color-coded airlines. They're properly mounted. Over here, I got my engine oil dipstick. Engine oil should be checked when the engine's off and the engine's cold. You pull this out, check the level. You pull it out, wipe it clean. You put it back in and pull it out. If it says add, you get a funnel and add it here. It's your steering shaft. Less than 10 degrees play when throttled. I got a universal joint here and a universal joint there. They're both supposed to be properly lubricated. The steering shaft goes to the steering gearbox. Steering gearbox is bolted to the main frame. No missing nuts and bolts and no leaks because it's got grease in there. Pitman arm is mounted to the steering gearbox. At the bottom of the pitman arm, you got a castle nut and cotter pin. You got another castle nut and cotter pin over here. This is called the drag link. All right, over here you got your upper control arm.
Tie rod.
At the end, you got the tie rod. The purpose of the tie rod is so when you turn the wheels left, both wheels turn left at the same time. When you turn right, both wheels turn right at the same time. That's the purpose of the tie rod. This your windshield washer fluid reservoir. Cap is on tight, properly mounted, not been broken or cracked, no leaks. To check the level, you look in there. If it says add, you add if you need to add. No cut, frayed, or exposed electrical wires at the bottom. This is your power steering fluid reservoir. Proper operating level. Cap is on tight, securely mounted. Not been broken or cracked, no leaks. If you follow the lines from the power steering fluid reservoir, they lead you to the power steering pump, which is gear driven.
Back there, right?
Back there.
Okay, so I can just stop right there.
No, you're not done. No.
Oh, no, I'm talking about when they want me to.
Well, you can't go in there.
Okay.
It's your air compressor. Your air compressor is properly mounted to the engine. Air compressor, again, is gear driven. There should be no air leaks from the air compressor or any of the hardware or hoses coming from
air
the compressor.
The air compressor and the power steering are gear
Pump.
driven?
Power steering pump. Gear driven.
Are gear driven, both
Yes,
of them?
yes.
Okay.
No abrasions, bruises, cuts, and no air leaks securely clamped from the air compressor. All right, and Inspector, I don't hear any audible air leaks from the color-coded airlines or the air compressor. No audible air leaks. All right, this is my coolant reservoir. Properly mounted, not bent, broken, or cracked. Proper operating level. Cap is on tight. Inspector, you never open the cap while the engine's hot. To find the water pump, you got a line here, securely clamped, no abrasions, bruises, cuts, and no fluid leaks. If you follow this line, it takes you to the water pump. Water pump is belt driven.
Auto
Right.
focus belt driven. Okay.
Engine appears to be in good condition. It doesn't appear to be scorched or burned. This is an exhaust line. No abrasions, bruises, cuts, and securely clamped. That's an exhaust line.
Okay.
All right? And basically, you do that, you got your 15 points.